The Electoral College, as according to National Archives and Records Administration, U.S. Electoral College. Election date is scheduled for Tuesday, November 8th of 2006. The printer-friendly version. About electors. What are the qualifications to be an elector? The U.S. Constitution contains very few provisions relating to the qualifications of electors. Article 2, Section 1, Clause 2 provides that no senator or representative or person holding an office of trust or profit under the United States shall be appointed an elector. As a historical matter, the 14th Amendment provides that state officials who have engaged in insurrection or rebellion against the United States or given aid and comfort to its enemies are disqualified from serving as electors. This prohibition relates to the post-Civil War era. Each state certificates of ascertainment confirms the name of its appointed electors. The state certification of its electors is generally sufficient to establish the qualifications of electors. Who selects electors? Choosing each state's electors is a two-part process. First, the political parties in each state choose slates of potential electors sometimes before the general election. Second, on election day, the voters in each state select their state's electors by casting their ballots for president. The first part of the process is controlled by the political parties in each state and varies from state to state. Generally, the parties either nominate slates of potential electors at their state party conventions, or they choose them by a vote of the party's central committee. This happens in each state for each party by whatever rules the state party and sometimes the national party have for the process. This first part of the process results in each presidential candidate having their own unique slate of potential electors. Political parties often choose electors for the slate to recognize their service and dedication to that political party. They may be state elected officials, state party leaders, or people in the state who have a personal or political affiliation with their political party's presidential candidate. For specific information about how slates of potential electors are chosen, contact the political parties in each state. The second part of the process happens on election day, when the voters in each state cast votes for the presidential candidate of their choice. They are voting to select their state's electors. The potential electors' names may or may not appear on the ballot below the name of the presidential candidates, depending on the election procedures and ballot formats in each state. The winning presidential candidate slate of potential electors are appointed as the state's electors, except in Nebraska and Maine, which have potential distribution of the electors. In Nebraska and Maine, the state winner receives 2 electors, and each winner of each congressional district, who may be the same as the overall winner or a different candidate, receives 1 elector. This system permits the elector from Nebraska and Maine to be awarded to more than 1 candidate. Are there restrictions on who the elector can vote for? There are no constitutional provision or federal law that require electors to vote according to the results of the popular vote in their states. Some states, however, require electors to cast their vote according to the popular vote. These pledges fall into 2 categories: electors bound by state law and those bound by pledges to political parties. The United States Supreme Court has held that the Constitution does not require electors to be completely free to act as they choose, and therefore political parties may exact pledges from electors to vote for parties' nominees. Some state laws provide that so-called faithless electors may be subject to fines or may be disqualified for casting an invalid vote and may be replaced by a substitute elector. The Supreme Court has not specifically ruled on the question of whether pledges and penalties for failure to vote as pledged may be enforced under the Constitution. No elector has been prosecuted for failing to vote as pledged. Today, it is rare for electors to disregard the popular vote by casting their electoral vote for someone other than their party's candidate. Electors generally hold a leadership position in their party or were chosen to recognize years of loyal service to the party. Throughout our history as a nation, more than 99% of electors have voted as pledged. List of state laws and requirements regarding the electors, verified as of March 1st, 2016. The Office of the Federal Register presents this material for informational purposes only in response to numerous public inquiries. The list has no legal significance. It is based on information compiled by the Congressional Research Service. For more comprehensive information, refer to the United States of America Constitution and applicable federal laws. Legal requirements or pledges. Electors in these states are bound by state law or by pledges to cast their vote for a specific candidate. Alabama Pledge State Law, paragraph 17-19-2. That's Alabama. Alaska, another pledge state. State Law, paragraph 15.30.40 and 15.30.70. California, State Law, paragraph 6906. Colorado, State Law, paragraph 1-4.304. Connecticut, State Law, paragraph 9-175. District of Columbia Pledge, District of Columbia Law, paragraph 1-100, 1-1001.08G. Florida, Party Pledge and State Law, paragraph 103.21, section 1. Hawaii, State Law, paragraph 14-26 to 14-28. Maine, State Law, paragraph 805. Maryland, State Law, paragraph 8-505. Massachusetts, a party pledge and state law. Chapter 53, paragraph 8, supplemental or supplement. Michigan, State Law, paragraph 168.47. Violation cancels vote and elector is replaced. In Michigan. Mississippi, a party pledge and state law. Paragraph 23-15-785, section 3. Montana, State Law, paragraph 13-25-304. Nebraska, State Law, paragraph 32-714. New Mexico, State Law, paragraph 1-15-5 to 1-15-9. Violation is a fourth-degree felony. North Carolina, State Law, paragraph 163-212. Violation cancels vote. Elector is replaced and subject to $500 fine. Ohio, State Law, paragraph 3505.40. Oklahoma, State Pledge, State Law, 26, paragraph 10-102, 10-109. Violation of oath is a misdemeanor carrying a fine of up to $1,000 in Oklahoma. Oregon, State Pledge, State Law, paragraph 248.355. South Carolina, State Pledge, State Law, paragraph 7-19-80. Replacement and criminal sanctions for violation. Vermont, State Law, Title 17, paragraph 2732. Virginia, State Law, paragraph 24.1-162. Virginia statute may be advisory. Shall be expected to vote for nominees. Washington's Party Pledge, State Law, paragraph 29.71.020 and 29.71.40, supplemental $1,000 fine. Wisconsin's State Law, paragraph 7.75, and Wyoming State Law, paragraph 22-19.106 and 22-19-108. And this page came from the www.archives.gov/federal-register/electors.html. The United States National Archives and Records Administration, 8601 Adelphi Road, College Park, MD 2074-0-6001 1-86-NARA-NARA. Telephone number 1-866-272-6272. And this was an educational read and basically a discovery of a kind of discovery of how the electoral process works. And thanks for listening.